A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English, 'cause it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hi everyone and welcome to A+ English. I'm Pat.
I'm Chickling.
And today we're going to kind of talk about a topic I really like. It's writing and ways you can write that make your writing more interesting.
You must be a pro because you're a writer, right?
Yeah, I've used all of these, but we're actually going to start with a different warm-up question related to the first day's topic and what it's about. And the warm-up question is, what do you do when you can't sleep?
I usually do a little bit of binge watching.
Really?
Yeah.
But that's like blue light and stuff. That's
Yeah.
not going to help you sleep, is
It
it?
doesn't really help that much.
I think reading works more. I listen to something. I listen to some sounds and focus on them, and that usually helps a lot.
Calm sounds.
Yeah. Not that I normally have much trouble sleeping. It's very rare these days because I'm always tired.
Jealous.
Well, it's the byproduct of having an energetic child. They make you sleepy. You grab all the sleep you can. So the person in our article is unable to sleep for a very different reason. Let's read through day one and find out why.
Figurative speech is as easy as pie. Warm-up question. What do you do when you can't sleep?
It was 2 a.m., but I couldn't sleep. 100 stars winked at me from my bedroom window. The moon looked like a little white boat in a wide black sea. What was that? I heard a sound. It was a growl, and it came from my closet. I turned to ice. I got up and moved to the closet as quietly as a mouse. The growl happened again. It sounded like a hungry wolf. I closed my eyes and opened the closet door. I woke up. It was all just a dream. Word power. Boat. Boat. We took a boat to an island in the middle of the lake. We took a boat to an island in the middle of the lake. Hear. Hear. Hear, heard, heard. Do you hear that? It sounds like it's raining outside. Do you hear that? It sounds like it's raining outside. Closet. Closet. Sandy keeps all her clothes in a big closet in her room. Sandy keeps all her clothes in a big closet in her room. Wolf. Wolf. Wolves live in families and hunt for food together. Wolves live in families and hunt for food together.
认识字汇
Wink. Wink. Growl. Growl.
So before we start, we do want to take a quick look at today's title. It's going to explain a lot. And the title is Figurative Speech. Now, what do we mean by this?
这个呢，就是比喻的修辞手法，我们也可以把它称为 figure of speech.
Right, a figure of speech is the use of words in a way that doesn't mean what it looks like it means. It's a way to describe things or present a complicated idea in a simple way, or, as we'll see today, just to make your writing more creative, more interesting, and kind of paint pictures in your mind. So in day one, we're going to read through just a regular piece of writing, but it's full of figurative speech. We'll kind of point it out as we go. So this article begins, It was 2 a.m., but I couldn't sleep.
所以文章一开始的第一句就是当时已经是早上2点了，不过我却睡不着觉。那同学们可以找找看这篇故事中哪里有用到 figurative speech 的哦。
So the next part of the story says, 100 stars winked at me from my bedroom window.
所以这边出现的这个单字 wink， 它是眨眼的意思。那文章的意思就是有100颗星星透过卧室的窗户向我眨眼。
Yeah, winking is just kind of closing one eye. Do stars have eyes? Remember that idea. We will come back to it tomorrow because this is one figure of speech that we will explain. But let's get back to the story, and we see the moon looked like a little white boat in a wide black sea.
这是我们今天第一个单字 boat， 它是小船、小舟的意思。所以如果是渔船的话呢，就是 a fishing boat。比如说呢，渔船已经出海了1个月，英文就是 The fishing boats have been out at sea for a month。那如果是划船呢，我们有一个动词就是 row， 你就可以说 to row a boat。比如说 He doesn't know how to row a boat， 他不会划船。那我们再看那个例句 We took a boat to an island in the middle of the lake。 我们搭了一艘小船呢，前往一座在湖中央的岛。
So boats go in the water. A similar word is ship. Ships are generally bigger. A ship can have boats on it, but a boat can't have ships on it. Now, of course, the moon isn't really a boat. We will explain why we describe it like this with another kind of figurative speech tomorrow. But back to the story. This person can't sleep, and then, what was that?
那是什么东西？那因为刚刚文章就说辽阔的黑海上，月亮就像一艘白色的小船。那这边呢，我们先进到 Magic Box 看一下指示代名词还有指示形容词的用法。
Magic Box
大家呢都知道炭治郎啊，我有个可爱的妹妹祢豆子，但不知道其实我本来还有其他4个弟妹，她们年纪还小，看到呢玩具每个都想要。I want this, I want that， 天真的模样真是可爱，每次想到她们都不禁悲从中来，为了她们我一定要更加努力啊。英文里面有所谓的指示代名词，顾名思义它是代名词，但也同时具有指示的功能哦。听起来很难，但其实就是我们中文说的这个那个啦。具体而言呢，指示代名词有哪一些？其实只有4个字，这个跟那个，然后呢别忘了有复数形态，所以呢总共就是4个啦。首先呢，我们先看this 和 these，OK， 这2个字呢就是这个的意思OK， this this 这个字呢是单数的这个，那 this these 是复数指呢在空间或是时间上比较接近于说话者例如呢 Have you seen this？ 你有没有看过这个东西啊？因为呢我在跟你对话你知道呢我说的 this 指的呢就是我手上的这颗苹果这本书位置呢离我比较近的这个东西。所以呢我说这一个 OK， 那因为只有一个，所以呢我们是用 this。 那如果很多个呢，那我就会说 these 咯。那么 that 和 those 这2个单字呢，则表示距离说话者比较远的东西也就是我们中文说的那个。比方说呢，桌上有一本书 Can I borrow that from you？ 我可以跟你借那个吗 ？OK， 哪一个啊？就是我们刚刚说桌上的那本书了。那如果呢有很多复数的形态呢，我们就要用 those。Can I borrow those from you？ 可以跟你借那一些书吗？ 那指示代名词的这4个单字其实也可以当做指示形容词距离的远近跟单复数的用法呢，跟刚刚的代名词一模一样，差别呢就在于后面可以加上名词，修饰这个名词是远还是近咯。比方说呢，刚刚的例句Can I borrow that from you? OK, that 代替的是什么东西如果不知道呢，我们就可以把它说清楚。Can I borrow that book from you? OK, 这个呢就是形容词的用法咯。那最后呢，复习一下咯，指示代名词或是指示形容词呢，就是这个、那个，离说话者比较近的这个，我们就说 this， 那复数形态呢就说 these。那至于比较远的那个，我们就说 that， 复数形态呢则是 those。希望呢你们都记起来咯。
Welcome back. So the writer says, what was that? So they've noticed something. What's the thing? Well, we read in the story, I heard a sound.
所以这边的 heard 就是 hear 的过去式所以你听到它的三态是 hear, heard, heard. 所以这个字也有听说的意思。比如说 Have you heard that they're getting married? 你有听说他们要结婚了吗？又或者是去听某人讲完话，就是 to hear someone out。比如说 just calm down and hear me out， 就是冷静的听我说完话。那课文例句是 Do you hear that? It sounds like it's raining outside. 有没有听到？好像在下雨耶。那所以文章要继续，他就说那个是什么东西啊？我听到了一个声音。
Yeah, now you can hear us, hopefully. You might wonder what's the difference between hear and listen. Well, if you're listening, you're trying to hear a sound. You're paying attention, but hearing just happens without trying. So what was this sound the person noticed? We read, It was a growl and it came from my closet.
所以呢，这个字 growl 就是低沉的吼声，所以他就说他听到了低沉的吼声。
Growls are animal noises that the animal makes when it's unhappy. Should we growl now?
I can't do it.
Something like that.
所以我们看一下另外一个单字这个 closet 就是衣柜或壁橱，所以我们中文都会说出柜啊，英文其实也差不多，就是 come out of the closet。比如说 coming out of the closet made him so relieved。出柜后呢，他就有一种心灵的解脱感。那我们再看另外一个相似的例句，用 closet 造一个。Sandy keeps all her clothes in a big closet in her room. Sandy 呢，把所有她的衣服都收在房间的大衣橱里，所以他发现说这个那很可怕的吼声是来自于衣柜。Mine was kind of bad.
Don't worry about it. So the sound is in a closet, and a closet is just a place where you hang clothes. A closet might also have some drawers in it, or it might have some space for shoes, something like that. So when the person hears this sound, we read, I turned to ice.
所以这个 turn to 就是转变成或变成什么。那其实你也可以说 to turn into something 也可以不过有另外一个意思，就比如说你 turn to something 通常指你很伤心或很不开心，然后你就开始做一些不好的事情。我们也会这样做，比如说 Jeremy turned to drugs after dropping out of school， 代表呢 Jeremy 他辍学之后就开始吸毒了，这个也是另外一个用法。那只是文章中是当变成，所以它就是我变成了冰的意思。
Right, but of course this person didn't really become a big block of ice. So this is another example of figurative speech. But what happens next? We read, I got up and moved to the closet as quietly as a mouse.
所以呢，这边的 got up 就是起身，所以我起身呢，移动到衣柜前，就像一只老鼠一样，不敢发出声音。
You can get up from a chair, but also from a bed. And when we say get up, we often use it to mean getting out of bed in the morning. Now, in this sentence, the writer compared themselves to a mouse, and that kind of comparison is another kind of figurative speech that we'll get into tomorrow. So, the writer's moving to the closet, and we see the growl happened again.
Scary, 好可怕所以吼声又再次出现了。
We also read, it sounded like a hungry wolf.
所以这个单字呢 wolf 它就是狼的意思。 那我们中文都会说披着羊皮的狼，其实英文也很像，就是 a wolf in sheep's clothing。那么狼叫除了这个刚刚讲到的 growl， 有时候我们可以用 howl 这个字，所以比如说 the wolf howled all night， 代表呢狼叫了一整晚。那我们再看那个句子 Wolves live in families and hunt for food together， 就是呢狼跟家族成员群聚然后一起打猎。所以文章就说这个吼声听起来好像狼的声音哦。
Wolves sound scary, but they only attack humans if they're super hungry. They are, of course, a bit like dogs. Wolves and dogs have a common ancestor. And by saying the growl sounded like a hungry wolf, the writer makes another comparison. So they're using another figure of speech to help the reader understand what might be going on. So we then see, I closed my eyes and opened the closet door.
所以他就闭上双眼，打开衣柜的门，他不敢看。
And what happens? I woke up.
OK， 醒了过来。That happens to me so much, like in my dream.
Okay.
Yeah， 所以意思这个 wake up 这边的过去式就是我醒了过来。
Wake up means to stop sleeping, but of course you can wake up and still stay in bed. Get up is actually get out of bed.
所以如果要比较的话 get up 就是有起身，你是真的离开床去开始新的一天。但是如果呢是你眼睛睁开只是醒过来，我们就要用 wake up 就好了。
So as the writer wakes up, we know, as the writer says, it was all just a dream.
所以其实就只是个梦罢了。
I don't like stories that end like that. I'm sorry. I just don't. Never write a story where it ends, it was all a dream. It's just, no.
Okay.
I can't like it at all, ever. But anyway, there's a little story that was full of different kinds of figurative speech. 3 different kinds. If you were paying attention, you might have noticed how things were used in different ways. But if you didn't, don't worry. You can join us again tomorrow as we explain exactly what kinds of figurative speech we used in day 1, why we use them, and how else they're kind of useful in writing. But that's tomorrow. For now, let's go to today's review time activity.
Review time.
Okay, we've got a few different word power words from today's article, so let's use them in the right context and we can ask a few questions about them. So, Chikilin, when was the last time you were on a boat?
Oh, around 4 years ago, back in the States.
Mm-hmm.
I was learning how to row a boat.
Cool.
With my friends, and it was fun.
Where was that?
New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm.
A very, very big lake. I forgot the name of it.
Okay.
Anyway, very big.
I was on a boat not that long ago, just a couple of weeks. We took the little ferry over from Danshui to Bali on the other side.
Okay.
And it was fun for my son because he'd never been on a boat, so he got very excited and started pointing at all the other boats and yelling, boat, boat, boat. So he's learned that vocabulary word. Can you?
Oh.
All right. Our next question. Have you ever seen a wolf?
No.
No?
But on TV, of course, but not in person.
Okay.
Have you?
At Taipei Zoo, there are a couple of wolves, I think. They're not easy to see. I think they only come out in the evening or at night. So
they like to hide in the caves.
Yeah, you have to sort of be there late in the day. Luckily, I've never seen one out in the wild. I don't think the UK or certainly England doesn't have any anymore, but they're talking about bringing them into Scotland. I don't know if that's happened yet in some of the big empty areas like that. Okay, last one then. How big is your closet?
I don't really have a closet. It's like an area.
Okay.
Like a walking closet thing.
A walk-in closet.
Yeah, like and
it's like a small room just full of your clothes.
Yeah, and my shoes.
Wow.
Because a closet can't fit all of my clothes. You know that.
Yeah, that's why I asked. I was imagining it was going to be very big.
So they're actually all over on the floor sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's messed up.
Never mind. Okay, well, that's all we've got time for today, but join us again tomorrow as we learn more about different kinds of figurative speech, how and why we use them. See you then. Bye for now.
Bye.
Figurative speech is as easy as pie. Warm-up question. What do you do when you can't sleep?
It was 2 a.m., but I couldn't sleep. 100 stars winked at me from my bedroom window. The moon looked like a little white boat in a wide black sea. What was that? I heard a sound. It was a growl, and it came from my closet. I turned to ice. I got up and moved to the closet as quietly as a mouse. The growl happened again. It sounded like a hungry wolf. I closed my eyes and opened the closet door. I woke up. It was all just a dream.
Word power.
Boat. Boat. We took a boat to an island in the middle of the lake. We took a boat to an island in the middle of the lake. Hear. Hear. Hear, heard, heard. Do you hear that? It sounds like it's raining outside. Do you hear that? It sounds like it's raining outside. Closet. Closet. Sandy keeps all her clothes in a big closet in her room. Sandy keeps all her clothes in a big closet in her room. Wolf. Wolf. Wolves live in families and hunt for food together. Wolves live in families and hunt for food together.
认识字汇
Wink. Wink. Growl. Growl.